Hey everyone, welcome back to Iguana Gaming. I'm the Iguana, and today we are playing some ARK Survival Evolved Mobile Edition. Now today guys, we are on our solo series here, and we are now officially at the coast. So it's been a long time coming guys. I'm gonna start pushing into the ocean, and in order to do that, I really want to make sure we have a good ocean build to kind of work with so that we have a good place to store tames. We have a really cool place to come back to. So the main base is still at Hidden Lake. That's where all of our like land-based stuff is going to be. But for the ocean stuff, we needed a base that was right on the ocean so that we could keep our water tames safe. So I've gone ahead and put up 3 cantilever platforms. It did take quite a while to get that set up, but we did do that. This Sarco has spawned in literally right underneath me. Get out of here. Alright, easy way to like completely interrupt the build. Get a Sarco in the middle of it. Yeah, so I've placed these 3 cantilever platforms. I really like that I can use those right at the edge of this cliff here. And from this one I can actually hop up to this cliff. So I have like a nice little area here that I could do something with. We do have the platforms themselves. Obviously, I'm probably going to build like a series of ladders just because. And then we have this little area here. Now, it's not huge, but it is definitely big enough to build a small sort of base underneath these cantilever platforms and basically start to extend it out into the water. And so the idea is that today I am going to start building what I hope is going to be a really cool build here. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do on the platforms yet, so they're kind of just going to sit there. But we're going to build basically a little bit of a house from here to the edge of the ocean, and then we're going to start working on sort of a dock as well, because this is a long, low area in the ocean, so we can actually probably build a big dock right out to the edge here, where it starts to drop off. If I can swim over there. I am a little bit slow in the water here. So right about here is where the edge is, and you can see everything loading in down there. So there's not a lot of ocean creatures yet since I haven't really wandered down here, but it is going to be good. There is a lot of space out here, and I'm not too worried about like keeping some of the bigger creatures safe, like the Moza. I'll just put a collar on those and they should be just fine up here on their own. As long as I leave them on neutral, I can track them with the collar, so it's not a huge issue. Some of the smaller creatures I will want to park up in this shallow area here, and to do that I'm definitely gonna want to have a dock that I can kind of walk along just to like see all of my little creatures, maybe create like a breeding pen for them, and then be able to reach all the way out to my large creatures without trying to swim through this shallow area every single time. So we're going to have a dock, and we're going to have a build. Now to do that, I've gone ahead and crafted up like a bunch of materials and carted them all over here. This took forever, which is why it's been a little while since we've been on the solo game. So yeah, I guess we're going to start building, guys, and stop putting it off here, which is like my biggest thing, is that I hate building so much. I love it, but I hate it, and so it's a little bit tricky, and those are very heavy, and I didn't realize. Okay. I'm basically going to go, because I want to be able to build kind of high. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go like this. Can I put one here? Yes, okay. And then that's as far as I can go on this side. And I could keep going over here, but then it might look a little bit awkward and unbalanced. It's not going to be the world's biggest house here. It's going to be kind of small, kind of long, but it will be good to like have a fabricator up here, have a grill up here, just all of the stuff that I might need. It's basically an outpost base, so it's going to have everything I might need to craft. It's going to have everything. That was wrong. I might need to do just about anything on the game, which I'm super excited about. Okay. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay, no, I do need one over here. Fine. Okay. That could have stayed. I didn't even think about it. Cool. And so I'm literally going to build right up to the edge of the water here because I think it's going to look really, really good if we just go right up to the edge and kind of into the water a little bit even. That is fine by me. As long as these will still place, I am still happy to place them. All right, it looks like we've hit the limit here. We can't go any further there, just over here, so I'm going to call that pretty good for that. And so I'm going to put these back. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and use these stone steps because I absolutely love the stone steps. That Dillo's making me nervous. I might actually have to demo this last line here because what I want to do with these stone steps is create like literally a little stairway. Oh, it works. Perfect. Down into the water because I think that will look really cool. Hopefully. Okay, I like that. I really like that. So the idea is I'm going to build these right down to the water and then I'm going to figure out a way to create like either just below the water surface or right on top of the water surface. We'll start building the dock, and so it'll immediately go from building here into dock area. So I won't be swimming here. I will be stepping onto a dock. That's kind of the idea. And then, yeah, we'll continue building from there. Oh man, I'm really excited about this build, guys. I have kind of an idea in my head of how I want it to go, and I'm really hoping it works out because I have not historically been the best builder, and this is like my first real building series, and so I'm really excited to actually try out some of the ideas I have for builds, and hopefully they will work and still be pretty. Actually, let's see where... Okay. So I probably actually have space for one there. And one, I could probably put it up here. You know, I might undo this. Because I really like using these gates as a way to place windows on my structures. And so I think what I want to do is that. So then I'll have like a solid wall between these and then two windowed walls. And then out front here, I will have two major gates here at the top of this. I could leave it open, actually. I could leave it open. I'm considering that. I might do that because I didn't line it up correctly to do a 7th foundation, and so this is either going to be off by one or I'm going to have to do 2 gates, one on either side, which I could do. But I'm not sure how much I'm going to like that, so we'll kind of see. Oop, okay. Make sure this is placed up on top of the foundations, otherwise it's going to look kind of funny. If I could stop jumping, it'd be good. It'd be real good. Come on. I can get the snap. I swear I can get the snap. I will do it. It's there. I know it's there. Game. Oh, so close. Wait, I had it. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, so those are going to be windows. I think I'm going to close off the whole back side of this with just regular stone walls. Kind of make it look really nice. And then I think, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the ceiling just yet. I can't go super, super high, but I'm thinking I might do like a little bit of a slope and then fill in the center with sort of alternating stone and greenhouse ceilings. So basically I want this to be a really open build with like a lot of light coming in. And I don't know if I want to put these gates here. I might. Actually, I think that's too low. That's too low. Hold on. There is a way to place this on top of these foundations that would be ideal. I just got to make sure I've got it lined up correctly. Oh man, I wish there was a way to like cycle through the snap points of these in the area. Wait, that was it. Ah, there we go. Okay. So I can put one there and one there. Oh no, wait, can I put one in the center? Hold on. I can put one in the center. I might do that instead. Or, actually, okay, if I put 3 gates here, what I could do then is have the ones on the outsides be windows and the one in the center be there, or... okay, I'm gonna have to think about this for a minute because I really like the pattern on the outside, and then the inside is perfect for 3 gates across, and I don't think I want 3 gates. I think I want at least 1 window, maybe 2. No, okay, I'm gonna put 1 more gate up. It's gonna go there. I think I need to actually create another gate because oh no, I have one. Perfect. I did waste one, but, or no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. So this actually worked out really well. You can tell I'm not scripting this at all, guys. This is a completely, like, off the top of my head build that I'm kind of building here. I had a vague idea of what I wanted to do with it, and so you can tell that this is at least a genuine build that I'm kind of just doing for you guys here. Okay, so now I want to go ahead and start placing greenhouse walls because I think that's going to be a really pretty part of all of this, is to just have some really gorgeous windows on this because I hate having a dark base. It makes me absolutely crazy when I can't see anything. So anytime I get the chance to put in these framed windows, I really like to do that because they look really, really good. They're really easy to do, and yeah, they just let in a lot of light into your base, and so it's really nice to have them as a feature. Okay, so I'm gonna put this center one as a window, and then the outside ones are gonna be actual gates. Now, I did not actually make the gates today because I'm kind of gonna leave it open just for building purposes, but nope. Can I? No? There we go. So, anyway, yes, I'm leaving the doors open today just so that I can get the building started, and then I will be adding those in later as we are starting to move into the Ocean Thames. You'll see those doors probably appear, but for now it's just easier to not have to open and close them every time I go in and out. Very, very good. Okay, and then also back here I'm probably going to have a little escape door so I can get out the back and kind of run around all over here if I choose to do so, but I kind of want to make sure that the main part of the base just looks really good and really consistent with these windows, so it'll be a small escape hatch in the back. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put these away since I don't think I need them. I'll fill in with the stone walls here, and then from there I think we might actually start being able to either... Okay. So we can either continue building on this or we can work on the docks. And I think I might want to work on the docks. And this is wrong. This feels wrong. I'm not sure why. Like, I feel like there shouldn't be a gap. And I'm not sure why there is one. And now there's a dillo in the way. Okay. Ugh. Okay, waiting for the poison to go away. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so, I don't love the gaps here, but I actually do think they're snapping correctly now that I'm looking at it. It's just kind of not the prettiest thing in the world to see all of those metal edges poking through where they maybe shouldn't be. Alright, so this is the basic idea here. I think it's going to look really cool. It's going to be very similar to our workshop build in terms of style, but it is going to be unique in terms of function because we are going to have that really cool dock that I'm hoping will look pretty good here. And this is going to be a relatively tall build because I do hope to add like a slanted ceiling at the top to give it some shape, which I'm hoping will work out as well as I think it will. Okay, I need a door frame anyway. I do have the doors here, but I think I'm only going to put in the frame for now. I really only need one. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and place this door frame. Cool, so we have our little escape door in the back so that we're not completely blocked in. And then we have our last few walls here. Beautiful. Yes, okay, I really like that. Yeah, so I think I'm only going to go up, I think the slope is only going to go up by like 1 or 2. So it's going to be this nice sloped structure underneath these cantilever platforms. And yeah, then we'll have all of those for like landing pads for flyers and possibly for decorative items if we want them, or I really haven't decided what all I'm going to do with the cantilevers yet. Maybe make small huts just to make them look good. I do want to get really creative with the building here, so I'm hoping that will look okay. All right, so I'm pretty satisfied with the basic shape of this. Now, the next thing I want to do is start working on the dock. Now, the dock is going to be a little bit trickier here in terms of building. I think it's going to be a little bit harder for me to nail down exactly how I want it to go. Now, I would be using metal pillars for the height, except that I don't expect this dock to get that high. And I think I actually want to use greenhouse ceilings for this. So we'll see how this works. But the idea is that I would be able to line this up. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to destroy most of these pillars in a bit here. Can I... Oh, I need to snap it down. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And snap down. So basically I'm just doing this to line it up, and then I'm going to destroy all of those pillars. But I want this to snap right... I want this to be in line. Can we do it? Can you do it, please, game? It's not... Whatever. It doesn't like me. It doesn't want to snap where I want it to snap. Okay, perfect. So this is the pillar that I will start building off of. This one right here, because it's just underneath the water's surface. I think that's what I want to do. We'll kind of see here. I'm going to go ahead and destroy this one. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I can place that. Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, I think this is going to look really cool. I wish it was right on the surface of the water, though. I might have to retry this. Because I really, really want this ceiling to be like right above the surface of the water, so that you can actually see it, because I think it would look really, really cool that way, and that's going to be a little bit tricky to do in terms of getting the placement right for these pillars. Can I maybe snap it down? Is there a way to do that? Okay, hold on. That goes lower, and that goes ridiculously higher. No. Yes. And then I'll destroy this one. I'll eventually get it. I will eventually get this to work the way that I want it to. It's just going to be a little bit tricky, and I'm probably going to have to kill a lot of pillars in the process. But I do think I'll eventually be able to get this to work, and hopefully it will look really, really good. Okay, so now it wants to snap really high, which I don't want. Oh man, this is so difficult. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna figure this out, guys, because it's gonna take a little bit of time. Basically, this was kind of my plan, is to just get the pillars going down until I could get them just below the surface of the water, but it looks like that's gonna be a lot trickier than I thought it was going to be. And so I will keep playing with it, and I'll bring you guys back when I have the first one placed, so that we can then continue building from there. So I will talk to you guys in just a minute here. Okay guys, so we are back. I finally got this to work a little bit better, I think. So if you look here, what I've done is I've gotten the pillars lowered, again using that same line so it would be lined up with the front of the building. I've been able to lower the pillars to the point where they're sitting just under the surface of the water, and the way that I did that was by using this cool little trick. So if you have one pillar, you can snap this area, so right next to it, which will result in the same height. Or what you can do is snap a pillar. Can I get it? There we go. literally right next to this. So if you see this, this pillar is a tiny bit lower. So then if you destroy this pillar, basically what you can do is you can continue to lower the pillars piece by piece until they're about at the height you want. It is very tricky. It did take me a lot of extra pillars, but I was able to get it finally down here, and from there I was able to snap things in at the correct height up until here where there wasn't enough room to snap the pillar anymore. So instead I snapped one straight through here so that I could finish building these, like, this little corner of the dock. You can see it's, like, glitching into the ground. It's really, really low. Ah, dillos. Always with the dillos. Oh, no! I'm clearly going to have to block off this area so that the creatures cannot come out here and attack this, because that's a pain that I have to replace that ceiling now, or fix it. Cool. So I did that over there, and I did that over here. And now what I'm going to do is probably put some sort of, like, wall torches on here or something. Something to light it up. Maybe even some, like, lamp posts I think would be really cool. Just something to kind of light up the entrance of the dock here to look really pretty and to kind of keep this going. So you can see it's just under the surface of this greenhouse ceiling. I think it looks really cool. And then over here, what I've started to do is I've started to build this dock down a little ways. So we're going to continue it down, again, just under the surface of the water, right out to the edge here. And I think I'm kind of debating between doing one set of pillars and two. And I kind of think that I want to do two. It's really narrow in the center if I do that, but it means that I'm less likely to fall off when I'm running down, because one set of walls is kind of narrow. I could do that and it would give me a little more room for, like, megalodons. Actually, I think I might. I do think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and break this and see how it feels. Yeah, okay, it still is good. It's still good. I still like it. So I think that's what we're going to do there, and let's go ahead and grab some pieces and continue building that. And now I might actually have enough to repair those pieces that I broke, which will be great. So I'm going to grab a few more pillars just to make sure I have those, and then a few more ceilings as well. It is going to be... Ugh, I'm heavy. It is really expensive in terms of ceilings and stuff like that, but I do think in the long run that it's going to be worth it because it's a very, very cool look. I like the way it looks under the water. You can barely tell it's there, but I think it's really nice, and I really like the idea of doing the build this way. And it would be great if this pillar would snap where I want it to. I think it's because I need one down here. Can you snap properly, please, game? It might not let me. These might be too tall, but are they... I don't know if they're going to let me sink the pillar the way that it needs to be sunk in order to do this. Man, that is like the worst part about this, is trying to get the pillars just right is really hard because they don't want to snap where I want them to snap. I want this to go down into the ground so that I can snap this pillar where I want it to go, kind of like this one. But instead, it's being a pain, and it's not letting me do that. Wait, I almost got this one. Yeah, so I basically have to waste a lot of pillars because I have to do stuff like that so that I can then snap pillars where they should go, which is still not working for whatever reason. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that one up if I can. There we go. And destroy this one since it's not working anyway and it's going to be in my way. Man, that is definitely the hardest part of this, is getting the build to be exactly where I want it to go. Nope. And still getting the pillar snaps right is probably the hardest part of this. Okay, there we go. That's what I want. That is exactly what I want. So I want it to snap down low, and then have me be able to snap one on top of it so that it can continue to look as it should. Like this. That is very good. Okay. This side is working fine. I don't know what is wrong with the other side. I guess it hates me. I will eventually get it figured out, but for now, I think this is going to be fine. It is what it is. Alright, and we're almost there. I think... Okay, since we're out of pillars, I think that's going to be good enough for now. I'll call that good for this side. And I'll go ahead and place some of these ceilings just so that they're down and I can kind of stand up here. Beautiful. And now these should snap perfectly all the way back up to the dock edge. Beautiful. Oh man, I like this. I really like this. It's really nice. It's a little hard to see, but I really love the way it looks, and I think it's going to be awesome. And I don't think I'll have too much trouble with, like, predators coming up here and aggroing on anything, since this will be kind of invisible. And what I might even do is drop some metal walls down at some point just to kind of protect the metal ceilings a little bit so that nothing can kind of get at them. But I do love this. This is going to be a very flat part of the build, and it's unconnected from the other build, specifically to keep this from being a problem. Why are you lower? No. That might legitimately bother me. I don't know why that's lower. You can't really tell from up here, but it is gonna bug me. I will probably have to fuss with this build quite a bit before I'm really happy with it, unfortunately. So it is gonna be what it is gonna be. And since this is dragging on a little bit and I showed you guys how I'm doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break here so that I can continue fussing with the dock just off cam, because it is gonna take me a while. And then once I have the dock kind of complete, I will bring you guys back for kind of the finishing touches on it, like the lights probably, which I actually might just use like wall torches because I think they'll look better. And yeah, maybe we'll put up the gates and the roof on this guy as well. So I will bring you guys back to show you kind of the completed idea for the build, just to kind of like give you the idea, but really the how-to is already done. All right, so I'll bring you guys back in a little bit here. Okay guys, so we are back. It has been quite some time, but I think finally, it is now done. So at least mostly, I think this part of the build is done. So let's go ahead and give a quick tour here. This is the front. I did go ahead and install the dino gates. This is the side, again, with those pretty big glass windows. I'm going to go ahead and take us inside here. So this is the main area. It's not huge or anything, but it is decent sized. And so the whole back wall has been filled in. I did have this little escape door. I did go ahead and slope this back part and fill in with greenhouse ceilings and slope greenhouse ceilings, and then matched up stone in the center there where that would be, again, glass. And then for the front here, because those dino gates don't have any structural support to them, I did have to build off the center here, add in a couple of stone ceilings off of these glass walls, and then put just a line of them up there so that I could go ahead and make the front part of the building here, which is up there. Those sloped walls, I couldn't have placed any of those walls if I didn't have those ceilings there. So I did go ahead and do that, and then added in the front sloped, this line of sloped stone walls after I did that, because otherwise it would not have snapped correctly. So overall, I think this is a really cool build. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't think I'm going to continue this wall out into the middle of everything. I might. We'll see how it turns out, but I kind of like having all of this light in here from these ceilings. And I think this is a good size space. Like, this will be enough to get by for our little outpost here. We'll have a smithy and a fabricator, a generator, all the basic stuff. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really good area for like crafting and stuff. And maybe I'll put even a trophy up there on the front. And then of course we also have the cantilever platforms, which I will probably add like more little buildings to, just to kind of play with and do that. Okay, so now the part I'm really excited about, guys. This is the dock. And so the dock, oh my gosh, this took forever, but I think it came out really well. So I did go ahead and build up these stone pillars, partly so I could remember where the dock was, and partly so I could add wall torches on all four sides, and I put a ton of wood in them, so they should burn for a long, long time. And basically they're going to act as like little beacons so I can find my way back because they will always be lit up. Now, I also do have these runways down each side all the way to the end of the dock, which I have here. And you can see I've lined them up on both sides here. There is a turtle over there. Yeah, so I think it's good. It's a pretty good size, so it's basically 4 ceilings across in the center here, which is pretty good size for an ichthy, for a megalodon. Anything like that will fit nicely into the center of this dock. Anything else will be kind of hanging out there on the edge, and I may or may not figure out a way to enclose those at some point as well. So now I've also added these slope greenhouse roofs to the edge of this center pen here. As you can see, it's a little bit messy once you get underwater, but I could not get more sloped walls to connect down here. Like, they just won't go. I can't put walls here, and so I can't put ceilings there, which is a little frustrating, but this still makes it really easy to just swim up here, and then you're up. Like, it's so easy to just walk up here and not have it be a problem. Trying to always jump up on top of these, which can be a little bit tricky sometimes. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm really excited about the way that it came out. I think it's going to be great to have all this stuff here. I did kind of enclose the stone pillars as much as I could with stone walls, and that's more to protect those greenhouse ceilings than anything else, just in case something does come along that wants to attack it. Hopefully it will hit the stone walls and not my actual greenhouse ceilings. Yeah, and so you can see I do have my beacons up here and my runways, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to close off the end here. I think I'm going to leave it open because there's lots of space, and I don't think anything will spawn in this area since I've got it all pretty well walled off. Anything I bring up this far in the pen should be very safe, I think. I hope. Yeah, guys, so that's it. This actually took like a very long time to build, especially filling in the walls on the inside and outside, getting those ceilings in, getting all of the torches done, and then finishing off this building here. But I really like the way that it looks. I think it looks absolutely amazing. I'm really excited about my little lighthouses out here, so I will always be able to see exactly where my dock begins and ends. And I'm excited to start building on those cantilever platforms, even though it is going to be kind of a challenge figuring out how to use those and what the best way to use those is. But oh my gosh, guys, I'm really pleased with this build. As I said, I'm not much of a builder, so anytime I manage something like this, I'm always abnormally proud of it. But yeah, guys, I do think that will do it for today's episode. I love that dodo in the back there. So guys, if you did find yourself enjoying this episode at any point, please do remember to hit that like button because it seriously helps me out. And if you want to see more content like this, you can, of course, subscribe. Links to social media are in the video description down below, and I will catch you all in the next one. Signing off, this is the Iguana.